Welcome back to the online session of Sri Gokulam Public School, Vadagara. Dear children, good morning. If hard work is your weapon, then success will be your slaves. So, you have to do the hard work and attain the good success or great success in your life. Don't forget that. Okay? Then, now, we can continue our politics lesson. Do you remember the lesson's name? Okay? Then, the Indian Constitution. For first class, we discuss what is a constitution and what are the purposes of the constitution or why do we need a constitution. Then we discussed the formation of the Constituent Assembly and the features of the Indian Constitution. Okay, the Constituent Assembly, it was formed in 1946. Around 300 members, they sat together and they discussed about what type of constitution India wanted. Listen, and then they prepared a new constitution for India, and the Constitution of India that was adopted on 26th November 1949, and it came into force on 26th January 1950. That is why every year we are observing 26th January as the Republic Day. Did you clear? Okay. Then we discuss the features of the Indian Constitution. 5 features. The first feature, federalism. Second, the parliamentary form of government. Federalism and parliamentary form of government that we discussed the last class. In a federal system, then powers are distributed to the 3 levels of the government. Central government at the top, then the state government and local self-government. In a parliamentary form of government, the representatives are elected by the people. And the elected representatives, they are accountable to the people. Clear? The next feature, that is separation of powers, that we wanted to discuss now. Listen. Then our constitution clearly mentioned the division of power between 3 organs of the government. Do you know what are the 3 organs? I hope you studied the last year. Okay, what are they? Yes, legislature, executive and judiciary. Okay, legislature, that is a law making body. Our law making body, that is parliament. It consists of Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha, and the members are elected by the people. Lok Sabha members are directly elected by the people and Rajya Sabha members are indirectly elected. What is the function of this, or what is the duty of this legislature? The duty of the legislature, that is to make laws or passing the laws. In order to prevent the misuse of power by any one of these organ. Listen, what did the constitution do? Then constitution that guaranteed or that gave the power or right to each and every organ to check the powers of the other organ. Clear? Then executive, legislature and judiciary. Each organ has the separate power, but at the same time, each organ has the right to check the power of other organ. That is for the purpose of maintaining both the balance or to ensure the balance of power. Please see the picture. The first, you can see the parliament. It is a legislature or law-making body. Then executive. Executive implementing the laws. You know what is the duty of the executive? Executive duty to implement the laws. Whatever the laws passed by the legislature, that implemented by the executive. Listen. Or then power to put law into action. Clear. And the third one, that is judiciary. What is the duty of judiciary? The duty of judiciary is to make power or the judgment on law or to maintain the law. These are the three organs of the government. Listen, each organ has different powers, but each organ has the right to check the powers of the other organ. That is with the purpose of maintaining balance of power. The fourth feature of the constitution. What is the fourth feature of constitution? Okay, that is fundamental rights. The fundamental rights that has referred to as the conscience of the Indian Constitution. Why it is referred to as the conscience of the Indian Constitution? Because the fundamental rights that provides the guarantee to protect the rights and regulations of the citizens. Listen, that is why the fundamental rights that is referred to as the conscience of the Indian Constitution. Clear it? It provides the guarantee to protect the rights and regulations of the citizens. Clear? Then next, that is the protect the citizens, the fundamental rights that protect the citizens against the arbitrary and absolute exercise of power by the state. If the state using the absolute power against the citizen, then that is not allowing as per the fundamental rights. Clear? Next, the constitution that guarantees the rights of individuals against the state as well as against the other individual. Clear? The constitution that guarantees the rights of the individuals against the state as well as against other individual. Did you understand? Okay. As per the fundamental rights, it protects the rights of minorities. Listen, the rights of minorities, and the constitution guarantees the rights of minorities against the majority, not allowing the majority to misuse the power against the minorities. Did you clear? The next, according to B.R. Ambedkar, the two main objects of the fundamental rights. One is that every citizen must be in a position to claim the rights. As per the fundamental rights, every citizen must be in a position to claim the rights. And the second one, these rights must be binding upon every authority and that has got the power to make laws. The authority got the power to make the laws and they wanted to work for the citizen and to protect the rights of the citizens. Please see the main points related to the fundamental rights. Okay, they are also referred to the conscience of the Indian Constitution and they protect the citizens' right against the arbitrary and absolute exercise of power by the state. And the Constitution guarantees the rights of the individuals against the state as well as against the individuals. Did you clear the fundamental rights? Now, we wanted to discuss what are the 6 fundamental rights. The first fundamental right, that is right to equality. I think you studied in the 7th standard. Okay, right to equality. As per this right, all persons are equal before the law. No citizens can be discriminated on the basis of caste, language or region. All are equal in front of the law. And every person has access to all public places. Listen, every citizens have the right to access all public places. You know, earlier in our country, untouchability existed. Untouchables or the Dalits, they were not allowed to use the public places. But according to the 17th article of the Indian Constitution, untouchability was prohibited and ensure the equal rights to that group of people also. Listen. Next, the state that cannot discriminate against anyone in the matters of employment. Listen, in the matters of employment, the government is not allowed to discriminate the people. Then, the second right, that is right to freedom. According to this right, or this right include the freedom of speech and expression, right to form association, right to move freely and reside in any part of the country. Clear? And right to practice any profession, occupation or business. Listen, that is the right to freedom. And the next one, that is right against exploitation. Listen, as per this right, the constitution that prohibits human trafficking and forced labor and children working under 14 years of age. What is meant by human trafficking? That is an illegal practice of buying and selling the human beings. According to this, mainly the women and the children, they face lot of troubles. Listen, and the constitution that prohibit this trafficking as well as the forced labor and children working under 14 years of age. Clear it? And then fourth fundamental right, that is right to freedom of religion. According to this right, every person has the right to practice, profess and propagate the religion of their own choice. Listen, according to the right to freedom of religion, each and every people, according to their wish, they can follow the religion. Next, fifth point, that is the cultural and educational rights. Listen, all minorities, religious or linguistic, then can set up their own educational institution. For what purpose? That is to preserve and develop their own culture. Listen, right, cultural and educational right, that means that all minorities, religious or linguistic minorities, they can set up their own educational institution. For what purpose? That is to preserve and develop their own culture. Listen, and the last fundamental right, sixth fundamental right, that is right to constitutional remedies. Dr. Ambedkar, he described it as the heart and soul of the Indian Constitution. Why did he say like that? Because as per this right, listen, the citizens, then they had the right to approach the court if their fundamental rights have been violated by the state. Clear? If the citizens' fundamental rights have been violated by the state, they can approach the court. Clear? That is why he called it as the heart and soul of the Indian Constitution. Okay? Then these are the 6 fundamental rights guaranteed by the Indian Constitution. Please see the chart. Okay? Besides these fundamental rights, the Constitution that includes the Directive Principles of State Policy. And what is the purpose of this Directive Principles of State Policy? This was designed by the members of the Constituent Assembly to ensure the greatest social and economic reforms, with the purpose of ensuring social and economic reforms. And then it serves as a guide to the independent Indian state to institute laws and policies that help to reduce the poverty. Listen, Directive Principles of State Policy that maintaining social and economic reforms as well as trying to reduce the poverty. Please see this picture. Directive Principles of the State Policy. Clear? Then next, that is secularism, the fifth feature of the Indian Constitution. That is secularism. The detail about the secularism that we can discuss in the next lesson. Now, what is meant by secularism? Our Constitution did not recognize any religion as the official religion of India. Listen, each and every religion are equal. They are getting the equal importance. Listen, then in front of the law, all are equal. I hope all of you understood. Okay, see this picture. The different religious people, but they are saying we all are one. No discrimination on the basis of religion. All are equal in front of the law. Okay, now please listen. What is the importance of this constitution? We can discuss that. The constitution that plays a crucial role in laying out the ideals that we would like all citizens of the country to follow, including the representatives. Listen, including the representatives, all the citizens, they wanted to follow certain rules and regulations as per the constitution. And the Indian constitution that has been changed as per the changes in the society and polity that we discussed earlier. Do you remember? Amendment of the constitution, 73rd amendment of the constitution. Then they introduced the Panchayati Raj system. Like that, changes made in the constitution as per the changes in the society and the polity. A major change in the constitution, that means a change in the fundamental nature of the country. And today's class up to this only, and then here our lesson finish. Then I will send the questions along with this video class. Please, you have to prepare the notes and send to me. Okay. Then after that I will inform the class test date also. If any doubt, please contact me. Don't forget that. Okay, please listen. What did we discuss today's class? Did you remember? We discussed the key features of the Indian Constitution. The first two features we already discussed the last class. Federalism and parliamentary form of the government. Today's class we discussed the separation of powers. Federalism, directive principles of the state policy, and secularism. Okay, thank you.